Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you all for tuning in and checking out this video. A little bit ago, I made a video on the Zoro Sanji feud in the community, and that video was followed by a Zoro analysis. Well, here is my go at a Sanji analysis that is long overdue. If you want to check out those two videos, I will link them right above. Other than that, remember to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Alright, now let's get into it. Sanji has jumped back and forth on my list, and I guess the reasoning has been the same. The one thing that turns me off is his nature of being love-struck by every woman that walks by. Initially, I loved Sanji as a counter to Zoro and another badass crew member who could not only handle himself in a fight, but was also capable of displaying some sabotage skills. When Luffy, Zoro, or Sanji are in the picture, you think that everything will be okay and are reassured that nothing bad will happen to the people around them. But even more than Sanji's battle IQ and the ability to go stealth, no pun intended, and sabotage their enemies, Sanji's character is deeper and more in depth than we even know. I'm going to break down his history and upbringing and then relate it to countless times in the series and why he reacted the way he did. Again, I do this in the Sanji-Zoro comparison video, but this time we are diving deep into Sanji's psyche and showing what is under the hood of this daring chef. When Sanji was a child, he was raised by his mother, but was mainly molded and controlled by his father. His father's goal was not to raise children who were respectful and noble, but to create a soldier of war. He wanted the strongest army and wanted his children to lead in it by giving them no emotions and training them in the art of war. But Sanji was the botched experiment of the group. He retained his emotions, and to his father, that was his downfall and disgrace. To him, emotions were weakness. But as we have seen with Sanji, and more prominently Luffy, that is not the case at all. Judge treated Sanji like dirt. He thought that since he had his emotions, he would never attain the status that he wanted. So what did he do? He was hard on him. He mistreated him and let his other children pick on him and bully him. Judge pushed Sanji down, but because he had his emotions, he created resilience. The word can't is not in Sanji's vocabulary, and despite Judge trying to put his son down and belittle him and abuse him, Sanji still gets up and becomes stronger than his siblings. The thing that Judge despised the most in Sanji is what made Sanji even stronger than his perfect, emotionless, robotic soldier children. I know, that was a mouthful, so let me say that again. His perfect, emotionless, robotic soldier children. Judge treated Sanji like he was nothing, and not only made Sanji believe in himself even more, but allowed him to become the underdog and come from behind and beat the odds, even if Judge himself stacked them against him. Sanji instilled a resilience in himself due to being an underdog in his family, but then Zeph came along and reinforced his talent and abilities and put a backbone to all those sporadic feelings and emotions that young child was feeling. He taught him how to be a gentleman and showed him how to act and how to respect. So let's get all of this down. Sanji's dad inadvertently created Sanji to be stronger than his other children that he thought he was creating into being invincible. Sanji creates a persona of being tough and badass, but at the same time has a heart for those who are mistreated, and in other words, are underdogs. He was then raised by a man who taught him how to be a man and be respectful of others and women. He also learned how to treat a woman by his dying mother. As I mentioned in my other video, Sanji shows many signs of rooting for the underdog, and I specifically mentioned when he sticks up for Usopp while fighting with Luffy about the Mary. Sanji wanted to keep the crew, aka his family, together, and didn't want any stupid words to get in the way of that. But there are many other moments where we see Sanji protect certain people because he knows they are underdogs and has a moment of connecting with them on a level that is unimaginable, all because of his history of being an underdog. Sanji doesn't only want to protect Nami from Arlong because of being love-struck by the fact that she's a woman, but she was weak compared to Arlong and was oppressed, creating an underdog scenario. Sanji learned he doesn't only need grit to fight, unlike Luffy and Zoro, but he needs strategy and a bit of cunning. We see him starting to work behind the scenes in Little Garden, then Alabasta, with being Mr. Prince and playing Crocodile. Although Sanji wasn't as strong as Crocodile, he used the element of surprise to trick Crocodile in order to move their chess pieces further on the board. When they faced Inaru, he took out the ship that was going to fly him to destroy Skypiea and destroyed the door controls on Enies Lobby. These decisive moves aren't the deciding factors to the battle at large, but play an integral role in their crew, making it to safety and defeating the enemy they face. I can see Sanji doing this on Wano and in the future wars that will inevitably come. Sanji doesn't only have a huge heart to those who are downtrodden, but he also uses his mind as a strength to be steps ahead of their enemies. Sanji, being there to protect the defenseless, shows his past and upbringing and allows us to understand how he not only became the man he is today, but it shows us why he chooses to make certain decisions. Sanji is the moral backbone of the crew and is always there to find out the truth of the situation and try to support the ones who may be pushed aside without being looked at seriously. Sanji is an amazing character and will have amazing roles in the coming future, and I can't wait to see what he achieves. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Comment below and let me know what you think of Sanji's character. Remember to be kind to others. See ya.